Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokémon FireRed. Been a while since I recorded, and in the meantime I reinstalled my operating system, so there's a bunch of just little things that might not be quite as before. I mean, I went from Windows 7 to Windows 7, so that's not an issue, but when you reinstall, there's just always tons of settings that aren't quite the way you had them before. For example, I tried plugging in my microphone, which I'm currently using, into my USB 3 port, or into one of them anyway, and that just, for some reason, the microphone doesn't like that. No idea why. It works fine on USB 2, and really, since it doesn't need to transfer that much stuff, USB 3 isn't necessary. I just had an open port, so I thought might as well. But it really doesn't work. It records for about 2 seconds and then randomly crashes, and I have no idea why it does that. Can't find anything on the internet, but apparently it doesn't like USB 3. So it's now back into a USB 2 port, which is fine. And yeah, I don't want to go on rambling too much. I think not much has changed with these Pokemon I have. Still on Lapras for the annoyingly large number of water HMs there are. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll actually need Waterfall ever again, but just in case I switched it out. I'm hoping I will be able to get a specific item this episode, which is the final item I still require to finish my main, or not my main, my second team, which I will be using for the second round of the Elite Four. I have already done a ton of work on that, using the emulator speed up feature. And yeah, I've just done some breeding. Now, I'm not breeding for the perfect Pokemon, don't worry about that. That would really actually take weeks, real life weeks. I'm just kind of breeding 2 or 3 generations until I get a good but not a perfect Pokemon. That's kind of the goal. But anyway, we have finished with 4 Island, so let's head over to 5 Island. And the reason Articuno is now more powerful, level 67. I did some power leveling for the Pokemon that I was breeding, because they start out at level 5 and I needed one of them at level 30 so I could keep breeding, because anyway, reasons. So I did most of that with Articuno, so it got some experience. I've also taken away apparently all my items. I should still have a Twisted Spoon there. I don't know what the others were holding. I know some of them had leftovers, but let's just roll with it. Right, I do have, yeah, I have 2 leftovers. I'll give one of them to Gengar as before, and one of them to Charizard. There we go. Oh yeah, much more nuggets. I also did some leveling. I also sold a bunch of these nuggets and bought a bunch of stuff with them. And yeah, other things. And some tiny mushrooms. I do need those to teach certain moves to some of my Pokemon. I'll just say that now. There's an NPC eventually which will be able to teach your Pokemon moves that it could have learned through leveling up. But either you accidentally overrode those moves, or it's also possible that you got the Pokemon at a later level, so it kind of didn't know the move anymore. And yeah, you need to give that guy tiny mushrooms or big mushrooms, which you can get by capturing Paras, and it just randomly sometimes has them. And I think Parasect has the big ones, Paras has the small ones, something like that. And yeah, 2 small or 1 big mushroom, and he will teach one of your Pokemon one move that it had previously been able to learn from a level up, essentially. Okay. Who are you? It's been getting busier around these parts lately. I haven't been catching many good fish lately either. Okay, fair enough. I'll just talk to people, even though don't worry about buying anything for dinner tonight. That's what my husband said when he went off fishing today. I'm not sure if I can count on him to live up to that promise. Yeah. Fishing is somewhat unreliable. I've had experience with that. Chrono Island, where time goes. Fair enough. Okay, I still have all the HMs with me, I believe. So, max potion, yay! And oh, that's a Team Rocket member. And a Sentret. I think this is a really weak Pokemon. I mean, obviously it's level 10. I don't know why I used Outrage there. I should have just fled. Usually I don't like running away from wild battles, but a level 10 Pokemon is not going to be much help. Oh hey, did not think you were a spinner. This area is strictly off limits. Out, out. This is the island where the Team Rocket warehouse is, but we learned earlier that we need 2 passwords for it, and we only have 1 so far, which is, I don't even remember what it was, but I don't need to. But yeah, there's a second password that we don't know yet, so we obviously won't be able to enter the warehouse. And you can get Ice Beamed. I have no idea why someone would get a Rattata to level 48 and not evolve it, but that's kind of a question you have to ask yourself quite a bit when dealing with trainers. Any kind of trainer that has unevolved Pokemon, they often have them well above the level where they should have evolved them. But somehow they never do that. Or often don't. Okay, have another Earthquake. Earthquake is really powerful. And strong against poison types. So as you might have noticed with the Sentret, who are you? You'd be wasting time even if you were to get by me. Fair enough. This tall grass also contains Pokemon from later generations, but I have to be honest, the team that I've assembled mostly contains first and second gen Pokemon. Well, mostly first, I think. There's 1 second gen, the rest is first gen. I'll go over why I chose the team I chose at a later point. So yeah, there's 1 Pokemon that I couldn't get yet because I need a certain item for that. But I actually have. I don't know. I don't want to spoil too much. Let's just say I almost have it. I just need that 1 item and then I will have it, and then there's some more training I need to do. Wow. These trainers have way stronger Pokemon than the wild encounters in this area, apparently. I mean, that Sentret was level 10 and he has almost level 50 Pokemon. It's pretty interesting. Hey you. There's nothing past here except our warehouse. Well, I mean, I'm going to check it out since I'm on the island, and I'll kind of go chronologically. Chrono Island? Nah, never mind. Okay, take an Ice Beam. I do no longer have Wing Attack, which was my high PP move, which I would have used in situations like these, but oh well. Just because I can. Take my outrage! It's a very powerful move. You just have to be careful. If you don't win the fight with it, your Pokemon will be confused. Okay, Goldie Needlock is apparently the first one. And we don't have the second one. We can now surf around here. So let's do that. Hey you! I'm the eldest of the bird brothers. The best thing about birds, it has to be the beak. Okay, that sounds just weird. Send out Pidgey. Do I have just the thing for you? Pidgeotto. No. Dragonite's the one that needs experience right now. And hey, Ice Beam will work. And there we go. Okay, this looks like a raspberry. I'm not sure if I can actually breed the berries in this edition, in this game. And wow, a Hoppip. I'll try to capture it twice. I'll throw 2 balls. I should have enough Ultra Balls. Aww. I don't have any Pokemon that could weaken this without killing it. Okay. Wasn't meant to be, and now you poisoned me. Which makes me not a happy chappy. Obviously poison isn't an issue though. Cure poison. I'm the middle kid of the bird brothers. The best thing about birds, it has to be the wings. Okay, I can see you'll be fun around the dinner table. I'm sure your mother's very proud. Let's just outrage. He only has 2 Pokemon. Next one I guess is gonna be a Pharaoh. Yep. And then the next guy might have a Doduo and a Dodrio? I don't know, what's the... You know, the 2-headed and then the 3-headed birds. I think he might have those. Okay. Hello. I'm the youngest of the bird brothers. The best thing about birds, it has to be the down. Fair enough. Oh, you have a Hoothoot. Okay. So he's actually switched to next gen. Is that a normal one or is that a shiny? Aren't they usually more brown? This one looks a little golden. It might just be my imagination. Yeah, Psybeam, why not? I'm still not really happy with Alakazam's moveset, but... well... can't complain about his power. Knockdown. Okay, that looks kind of golden as well, so I think that's just the way the sprites look in this generation. Wow, takedown. It's nasty. My physical defense is lousy, so that was bound to do quite a bit of damage. Something about down being comfy, I think. Ah yes, I think this is the item I wanted, the metal coat, which will, if you know your Pokemon, this will tell you one of my team members, but I needed that for it. Scrub. Hello, your Pokemon look healthy. This is where I buried my Onix. It was named Tectonics. Okay. So here lies Tectonics, is engraved on a boulder. There is a lemonade placed as an offering in front of the grave. Really? A lemonade? It's kind of silly. So that's what I wanted from this island. Or from this section of the island. I think there's some other stuff I kind of want to show. I just don't know my way around here very well. So we've seen the rocket hideout, and can I go up? I know I can go up somewhere. I just don't remember where. You can get an egg here, a Pokemon egg, which will hatch into Togepi. Oh, level 10. Once again, I will try to capture this twice. It's just a random plant Pokemon, it's not a grass Pokemon rather. It's not even that powerful, but I don't know, I just want to have it for the Pokédex, I guess. Hoppip was caught. Hoppip's data was added to the Pokédex. Its body is so light it must grip the ground firmly with its feet, which it kind of only has very stubby ones apparently, to keep from being blown away. So it weighs about 1.1 lbs because apparently the magic system isn't good enough for Pokemon. Dicks. Yeah. Box 11. Makes sense. I know you can surf somewhere else from this island, I think maybe here. This looks promising. Okay, I will not be bothering with you. Same story. If you're above level 40, I guess I'll engage, but I think that's pretty unlikely. Wow, this is somewhat annoying to navigate. Another Hoppip. I mean, I guess it can kind of fly or be blown about by the wind, so it makes sense to find it over the water. Oh yeah, this guy. She's a trainer. This is an excellent environment for raising Pokemon, apparently. Aha. Pokemon breeder Elise would like to battle. So you're breeding Pokemon with a brush and what looks like a bowl of dog food? Fair enough. Psybeam should really be sufficient. Clefairy, no. I'll go with Psychic just in case. It's just the enemies around here are now noticeably weaker than they were in the Elite Four, which you can only access this area after you've beaten the Elite Four, I believe. So, I don't know. Maybe they should have made the trainers a bit stronger to have a progression, but I don't know. Apparently they didn't want to do that. If we had space in our party, we could talk to this guy, and I think he would give us a Togepi egg. But I have no desire to get a Togepi. It was kind of the first Pokemon egg you got in Silver and Gold would hatch into it, so it was kind of one of those, oh, isn't that thing cute, egg Pokemon, which it seemed to be its only use. And I don't know, I never liked Togepi at all. Don't think it looks good, don't think it has any cool moves or anything like that. It's just never really liked it. Probably, I mean, it probably has uses, it's probably not completely useless or anything, but I don't know, I'm not into it, so. Not going to get it. Who are you? The angle, it is not quite there. Oh hey, you're kinda cute. And of course you have a Smeargle. Smeargle is a really interesting Pokemon. It only suffers from having really poor stats to my mind. Basically, instead of learning a specific moveset upon leveling up, I don't know, whenever it learns new moves, it learns a move called, I don't know, Mimic? No, it's not called Mimic, it's something else. But basically that move, when you use it, it permanently becomes a copy of whatever last move was last moved against you in that fight. So for example, if you're facing a Rattata, which uses Tackle against you, and you then use that Mimic move, which has a different name that I don't remember. Wow, so many pretty females here. That attack would then permanently be replaced with Tackle. Not just for that battle, just permanently, forever. Well, unless you unlearn it and then give the move teaching guy more tiny mushrooms to learn the Mimic move back again. But obviously using that, you can teach it pretty much any move, as long as it's possible to encounter that move somewhere in the wild. So it can have a really diverse moveset. You can give it a fire, a water, a grass, and an electric move, for example. No problem. The downside is just that it doesn't really have the good stats to back those moves up. So, I don't know, if it had like good special attack and normal attack, for example, you could actually make real good use of it, but its stats are kind of meh. So, excuse me, I'm trying to paint. Please keep out of my sight. Fair enough. Apparently you're trying to paint that lady over there. There's lots of female trainers here. I mean, I suspect that's meant to be a female, hoping I didn't just sort of insult someone. You never know with these hipster artist types. This loss, I feel like I'm whiting out. Whiting out? Never mind, never mind. You. I'm thinking of having a pool made specially for Pokemon. Okay, so you're a bit of a madman. Or madwoman, rather. Lady Gillian, yeah. Makes sense. Mareep! Isn't this a base evolution? I know that the electric sheep thing evolves twice, but I think Mareep's actually the first one. So, yeah, smart. Okay, let's send out another one. Because the first one was so useful. And that should be the second evolution. Third one, I know it's called Ampharos in German, but I'm not sure if that's its English names. Its English name. Some Pokemon have exactly the same name, some are only slightly different, and some are completely different. So, yeah, you know, old issues. Oh yeah, something I only noticed fairly recently. You know how my ice bird's called Articuno, with the Uno in the end? Zapdos has a DOS in the end, and Moltres has a Tres in the end, so, you know, Uno, Dos, Tres. It's just one of those small things that, I don't know, I never noticed before. And just in case you didn't, tell me in the comments. Sorry. With these hands I will create my victory. Okay, you're gonna slap me? Punch me? Nope. You just also have a Smeargle. Again, it's somewhat gimmicky. I think Thunder is the only thing I have that can actually damage it. It's normal type, so it's gonna be immune against Ghost. I've also considered something else. Maybe after FireRed, I will do a fairly quick playthrough of Pokémon Red, showing off some of the glitches you can get in Pokémon Red. So, you're a good runner, you're really fast. You're also the only guy around. I'm sure you're very popular with the ladies. Oh, you're a kid, never mind. I mean, you might be popular, but not in the way I originally intended that statement. So this would really be using a bunch of glitches, like getting level 100 Pokemon before fighting the first arena, that kind of glitch. Yeah, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Oh, Whirlwind just switches out my Pokemon. Oh, well, that was smart. Switch out to my strongest and also type advantage Pokemon. Really, really powerful move there. I mean, Whirlwind, in the wild, it ends the battle immediately. In a trainer battle, it switches out the enemy Pokemon. So obviously it's random what you get. Oops, I rushed things. Yeah, never rush with the ladies, dear. It's not gonna get you anywhere. So I know this house is currently gonna be empty. I know we can get somewhere though, maybe. Oh hey. I say, this marine life here at this resort agrees with me. Are the fish nodding at you? You know, the marine life agrees with me. Never mind. This should not be immune. Oh, I had strength. Oh, I completely forgot. But yeah, this should not be immune against Shadow Ball. For some reason, I just read strength without really reading it, so I came to the conclusion that it must be Shadow Punch. I don't know why I would do that. Sorry. It's quite early in the morning, as it often is when I record, just because then I do have time. So kind of my voice is a bit raspy in the mornings. I think that's normal. I mean, lots of people have that. It's definitely normal for me. But if I wait until my voice, I mean, it does make a noise, but you get the point. If I wait until that gets better, I wouldn't have much time left in the day to do recording, because, well, there's... Your defense rises. Well, Thunder uses special attack, so special defense would be needed. And this is a Gen 3 game. In Gen 3, the split between whether an attack is special or physical was done purely based on attack type. I double checked this. I think I may have mentioned this before, but I did now double check, and it actually is the case. So, I'm trying to remember the list, but I can't. Anyway, there's some attacks which are just classified as physical and some which are just classified as special, depending on their type only. So something like Bite, which by its very nature you would expect to be a physical move, because you know you're biting, because it's dark type, it is actually using the special attack of a Pokemon. I might have gotten that wrong, but anyway, that's how it works. Something like Ice Punch is also a good example. Ice Punch, you know, you'd expect it's a punch, it uses physical strength, but because it's an ice move, in this generation it will use the special attack stat to calculate its damage. I think in Generation 4 they changed that, so each attack was just individually either physical or special. So you could just decide that maybe Ice Beam would be a special attack, but Ice Punch would be a physical attack. Something like that. And that just allowed much greater diversity in move pools for sort of optimizing your Pokemon. Anyway, I've been standing in front of this cave for quite a while now. Lost Cave. Okay, so this guy here. I thought this was an ancient ruin, but it's teeming with ghosts. Okay, cool, ghosts. Interesting. Ruin Maniac Lawson. With an Onix. Onix has fairly bad special defense, but really, really good physical defense, so something to bear in mind. And Iron Tail's gonna hurt a bit. Not too bad though, I have leftovers. Yeah, I don't really want to Shadow Ball that thing. This would have been such a good fight for Gyarados, but oh well. I don't have that anymore. Let's go Ice Beam. I should maybe give the XP share to Lapras so it gains some levels, so maybe I can actually use it eventually. It's kind of late, but I think I'll do that after the fight. Marowak. Yeah, let's go to Charizard, why not? I mean, I could use any of these attacks. I'll just go for Slash. Should probably not get the kill, but hey. Oh, not even close to getting the kill. Oh, leftovers. Okay, let's check if Wing Attack will do more. I mean, I could have used Flamethrower, which would have probably been a one-hit kill, but meh. False Swipe, interesting. False Swipe is a move that can never kill you. It will always leave you at least 1 HP. I think it was added in the 2nd generation, and its main use obviously is for capturing Pokemon that are vastly underleveled for you. Simply because you can't accidentally kill the Pokemon, you can just False Swipe it to exactly 1 HP, which is obviously where the catch rate becomes the best. Okay, I'm trying to get out of here, but I always end up at the same spot. Maybe the number of boulders is a hint, and it actually is. I did look this up because it's a bit of a maze. Now, in this room, for example, we have 3 boulders, which the way it works is the left exit, so this one here, you can mark this as 1. And then the bottom one you mark as 2, the right one you mark as 3, and the top one you mark as 4. So counterclockwise. And then you'd starting with the left exit, you just kind of go counterclockwise for each boulder there is. So 1, 2, 3 means you start here, and then you do 2 and 3, and this should be the right way. I'm hoping. And this has 12 boulders. Is that right? 12 would be up. Again, so you start here. I'll just try. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So you go there. Once again, here we have 6 boulders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that make sense? Doesn't that just put me back? No, it doesn't. So yeah, it really is quite a maze. Let's do this. I think there's a mysterious power at work in this cave. Yeah, I just went up and then down again and didn't go back to where I came from. But you're kind of a psychic, so mysterious powers are probably quite familiar to you. Oh, I happen to have a ghost. Hey, how do you like shadow balls? Aw, I just wanted to play catch with you. Aw. Okay, do you also have Xatu? That would be interesting. Leftovers for the win. I mean, it's somewhat annoying because you get the animation every time you're out, you've lost health, but hey. It also avoids having to use healing items for small damage. Yeah, then there's your Xatu. I almost expected it. Oh yeah, so going back to something I mentioned earlier. If I do Pokemon Red, if I do decide to record some Pokemon Red, it'll be heavily glitched, so that'll be item duplication and all that stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I think I'm doing this right. 1, 2, 3. Here we have 9. So I'm not gonna do the whole thing every time. 9 is just going back, right? 9, yeah. And here we have 6. 6 is down. And here we have 3. 3 is going here. 7, 10, 12? 12 would be going up. And there we are. What do you intend to do with me? I really don't have any intentions right now. Probably going to battle you. Oh yeah, Persian. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but in Generation 2 and beyond, Persian is kind of just an average normal type Pokemon. Nothing special, really. Oh, full restore. Interesting. In Generation 1, there was quite a glitch with any kind of move that had increased critical hit rates. Something like Slash or Karate Chop, I think, or Razor Leaf. Also, there's some move which have increased crit rate. And those were kind of glitched to where, especially on fast Pokemon, you could get the crit rate up, or the crit rate would just be, instead of being just raised, it would be something like 99.7 or something. So you could very rarely not get a crit, but especially on Persian, if you use Slash on Persian in Generation 1, it's above 99% that you will get a critical hit. Obviously, that makes it a very powerful move, because Persian is normal type, so Slash will get the stab damage. It's already got 70 base power, so you're talking about 105 power after the stab bonus, plus a crit, which is, what, doubling the power? Something like that. So that Slash would be more powerful than, say, Hyper Beam, because it would crit pretty much every time. You would have more PP, you would not have to recover afterwards, so that Persian would become quite the beast. I'm so glad that you happened here. I grew rather bored of walking and I am feeling fatigued. May I ask you to take me home from here? Sure thing. Thank you. That's Selfie. You may go now. She's sort of a high-strung aristocrat, I guess. Oh, do I know you from somewhere? Screw you then. Oh, but that doesn't matter. I'm exquisitely bored. Please hear my wish. I wish to see a Pokemon, a darling Weepinbell. If you bring her... or if you show her, you don't have to give it to her, just show her the Pokemon that she's asking for. She will give you a special ball, but I don't know which one anymore. There's some other stuff in that cave, which I will probably get... Let me see, how many escape ropes do I have? Should have some. Escape rope, escape rope. I have 8, okay. I don't know where escape rope will put me afterwards, after using it, but there's some more items in that cave, which I'm kind of wanting to get. Okay, so first Lax Incense. That would be from the start, head right, and then down. I'm looking at a solution here. So, yeah. Okay, but I think if I just go back, I will not end up... Oh, okay. This is the start again, you can tell by the ladder. From the start, head right. Up. Down. Then up. And I should get the sea incense. Okay. And wow, whenever I get an item I get put back to the beginning, so I don't need the escape ropes. That's kind of nice. I'm not getting all the items, just there's 4 of them I kind of want to show. I'm not sure if that's all of them, but it's, I guess, all the ones that I deem relevant. Okay, we go right. Up. Down. Down. Right. And then right again, and that should give us a max revive. And also resetting us to the beginning. And now we want to go right, up, down, down, right, left, down, and then left. I'm hoping I didn't make any mistakes here. No, I didn't. And this is a rare candy. There might be other items in here, but I'm not sure if there are. If there are, I'm not interested in them. Okay. And I believe this is everything there is to do on 5 islands, so I'll just... I'm hoping I can fly away from here. Yes, I can. Nice. I wasn't sure if I would have had to use the Poké Center, but apparently not. Okay. So there we are, back at the Poké Center. I kind of, because of the breeding I've done, I instinctively head to the PC, even though I just want to heal up my Pokemon. But yeah, that's it from 6 Island. I will now be doing quite a big cut, and essentially train up my other team. I don't think I can afford to use it yet, but I will be able to show it to you after this. Well, in between episodes there'll be a lengthy... for me it'll be lengthy, not for you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.